Hey Irish, come on into the green room.
Welcome back to the Shamrock Newspaper's official podcast. Today we'll be interviewing Mr. Hernandez, who is the Family and Community Engagement Specialist on campus. But first, we have the Shamrock Newspaper's Arts Editor.
Hi, my name is Nathalie, and before we get to our interview, we're going to do a quick recap of our VAPA here on campus.
The award-winning Kennedy Singers competition season is in full swing. At choir's first competition at Brea Olinda High School, Kennedy Singers Advanced All Boys group ended with the first place, and their Advanced All Girls and Advanced Mixed ended with second place.
At their second competition at El Dorado High School, the Novice Mixed group took home a first place win, and their Advanced All Girls and Advanced Mixed both took home a second place win. The Kennedy Singers also hosted their very own competition here in the Cape Act on March 1st, which many schools traveled to compete in.
The Blarney Stone Theater's spring production of Hadestown is getting closer. Rehearsals and prep are currently underway, and the entire theater program is working incredibly hard. Be sure to be on the lookout for more info on this production, and don't miss it on April 17th, 18th, and 19th in the Cape Act.
The Shamrock Regiment is also in the middle of competing, with their drumline winning first place at their first competition. The Drum Majors have been the top school for the past 3 years in Southern California, and Color Guard is currently in the top 5 in Southern California. Band is also hosting the SCSBOA Festival on March 4th, 5th, and 6th.
Congrats to all of our VAPA on campus, and good luck to you in the future. Now, without further ado, let's get right into meeting Mr. Hernandez. Please welcome Mr. Hernandez. Thank you for sitting down with me, Mr. Hernandez. Would you like to first kind of explain what it is that you do on campus?
Yeah, thank you for having me. So my title is Family and Community Engagement Specialist. That essentially means I work with parents. I'm in charge of all communication, social media. I also help them with resources. Currently, we've been working with them on the LCAP. That's something that we've been working on a bi-weekly basis. And I'm also here with the Family and Community Engagement Center, which is room 901, where students and families can get resources such as food from our food pantry and then the student closet as well.
That's awesome. And you talked a little bit about the student pantry. Can you talk a little bit more about that and how students can benefit from that?
Yeah, so in between passing periods, lunch, before school, after school, pretty much anytime they're not in class, they're more than welcome to come. There's no questions asked. I used to have bags, so I'm asking now that if students can bring bags, but that's no questions asked, very casual. They can grab whatever they like, and I'm getting it restocked pretty often. I'd like to shout out Kiwanis Club and La Palma Foundation. They're the ones who've been supplying that for the most part.
That's great. So you're doing a Spanish-speaking tour of Cypress College. Could you talk a little bit about that, when it is, why it's important?
Yeah, so we're actually going to be the first school to do that in the district. This is a Spanish-speaking tour, so normally when you have a district event, they have to wear these little interpreter devices, and they're kind of annoying because you can always see the parents kind of trying to get it closer to their ears. So this is exciting, at least for us, because they're going to be in their own element. They can ask their questions in Spanish and not have to get interpreted. We're also going to be doing a connection with the pledge. So we really want those parents to have that information, and they can ask Cypress counselors themselves. We'll be visiting the Charger Experience building, where the families can visit the building, and the counselors who can also help their students. I believe there's 2 meetings a year that the students have to be a part of in order to fulfill those pledge requirements. So we're just really excited to tour the campus. We'll also be going through a lecture hall and just getting a general vibe of how Cypress College is, because we really want to sell Cypress since it's one of our closest schools, and we use them a lot for dual enrollment.
Yeah, awesome. Recently, there was a parent ambassador event. Could you talk a little bit about that? What was the main goal of that event?
Yeah, so last Friday we had about 26 parents, English-speaking, Spanish-speaking, Korean-speaking parents who've been involved in our Parent Leadership Academy with the district, LCAP meetings, our district ELAC meetings. They've been representing Kennedy, like, first and foremost at every meeting. I asked them, hey, can we have some Kennedy reps? They'll be the first ones to tell me, yeah, let's go. They're very active. They love Kennedy. So I think it's a really cool outlet for them to be all together in one group. This is our first year. It's our pilot year. So I asked parents to do 100 hours of volunteering. So all 26 of those families, or parents, I should say, completed those requirements pretty easily. So it was really cool. We had a recognition dinner for them, or it was actually lunch, and they had a lot of fun.
That's cool. For the capstone coming up for seniors, you need some community members as an audience.
Yeah, so we have a family component where people can sit in and watch the seniors do their presentation. So I'll be sending some announcements shortly. We're looking for any kind of community members who are interested in participating.
Yeah, so people can be on the lookout for that. And then overall, what would you say is the most rewarding part of what you do on campus?
Honestly, I enjoy helping the parents, and it kind of trickles into the students. I think when the parents are really engaged, the students see that benefit. I know sometimes students are like, I don't want to see my parents on campus, like get away. But seeing them involved, I think, makes a difference. Students might not appreciate it now, but I know the parents do. And I think that them feeling comfortable on the campus where they send their students is ultimately the ultimate goal. I don't know about years previous before me, but I've heard a lot of people are really comfortable now that I've been here at Kennedy. So it's given me a lot of motivation to keep on going and to move forward.
Yeah. And then is there anything else you would like to talk about upcoming? Anything you would like to?
No, just shout out to the Green Room for having me. I really appreciate it. I'm in room 901, so if anyone ever needs anything, I'm more happy to help.
Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to this episode of The Green Room, and thank you to Mr. Hernandez for talking to us.
If you want to see more of the Shamrock, follow us on Instagram at the JFK Shamrock and visit our website, thejfkshamrock.com.
And with that, the door to The Green Room is now closed.